How's it going, folks? Voodoo Stache here. Today we're going to be talking about the why behind the J curl. Why is that an important exercise? Why do I teach people to do that? In my opinion, if you're not able to answer why you're doing something, you may not need to be doing it. Take those things that you don't know why you're doing, get them out of your program, make things way more simple, way more effective. So the reason I want to look at this, I thought about this, is I work with this with all my clients pretty much, and it came to I had the idea of thinking about how Kelly Slater recently at Pipeline dropped in super late. He was well behind the lip was going to basically fall on top of him, but because his spine was mobile and stable, he was able to round himself forward and get his way into just sneaking underneath that lip, making it into the barrel, and then making his way on out, which was an amazing feat. Now, am I saying that Kelly Slater practices J curls every day? I don't know, he might. I haven't talked to him recently, but the whole rationale behind this is your spine is not supposed to be stiff and rigid all the time. It needs to be strong and stable in a loaded position, but it also needs to be mobile. It needs to bend, it needs to be able to flex. So when you lose it, that's when you lose your athleticism, that's when you lose the ability to move. So here's what I have a lot of my clients work on, is a J curl. I'll oftentimes elevate their heels with something like this. I can elevate their heels, have them going this way, or I can have them going with their heels elevated this way. So I can have their heels up here, or their toes up this way. Either way, it works a little bit different, but here's the key thing. I want to make your spine bulletproof. I want you to get really good at having your spine in different positions. So whether you're jumping up and swinging, or you're throwing overhead, or you're reaching out to the water, or you're surfing and you need to move, your spine needs to be stable in all those motions. And if you don't train it, it's not going to get stronger. So here's how the J curl works. You're going to start from the top and work your way down. I'm going to go vertebrae by vertebrae from my neck, my middle of my back, and my lower back all the way down to my tailbone. I'm going to use the ball here to help me into the stretch. I'm going to look straight ahead. I'm going to let my chin fall down, vertebrae by vertebrae from my neck, the middle of my back, and then I'm going to come down to my lower back. And as I'm doing this, you should see that my spine is nice and round here. Each vertebrae is pushing forward. I'm hanging down. I'm getting a big stretch to the backside here through my hamstrings, my calves. All my vertebrae are flexed forward. I'm going to breathe into my rib cage, expanding it back and forth, creating space so my body gets more and more relaxed. As I get more relaxed, I'm going to get lower and lower into that. Now from here on the way up, I take a deep breath in. I'm going to bring that ball in closer. I'm going to start tucking my pelvis this way. So I'm going to use my lower core muscles, my tailbone's going to tuck forward, my lumbar spine, my T-spine, all the way back up to my neck. Now that's going straight ahead. Now, we're also going to work on getting people's spines good at different directions. Everything isn't straightforward. Sometimes things are weird angles, so here's how we improve that. I'll do that same position here, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on a little bit of rotation. So my pelvis is going to stay pointing straight ahead, as you can see here. I'm going to rotate from my T-spine as far to one direction as I can. Notice my hips are still straight ahead. And then I'm going to flex my spine and go vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, coming on down, hanging out there, and breathing. Then I slowly use that lower core to stack myself back up to there. So what you're doing on that exercise is you are taking your spine and getting it mobile and stable in this angle, in this angle, in that angle. So each of those vertebrae have the ability to be in different positions and still be safe. When you never train different ranges of motion, you get in those positions, that's when your body gets scared and goes, oh, and it tightens up, and then we like pull our back or have some kind of injury. So again, ask yourself why you're doing the exercise you're doing, and if you can't answer that question, probably need to get rid of it. So again, this is a great way to mobilize that spine, especially for those all my overhead athletes, all my swimmers, water polo, surfers, whatever. Pretty much all athletes all around should have that good flexibility through the spine. Try that stuff out, let me know how it goes. Can't wait to hear back from you guys soon.